Dexter Morgan is a successful forensic expert working at the Miami Police Department. In his daily life, he is quiet, orderly, and disciplined. To those around him, he seems polite, meticulous, and dedicated to his job. So meticulous, in fact, that he remembers every single case he has worked on by heart. But this is only the side people can see. Inside him lies something much deeper, much darker. He is a serial killer. What sets Dexter apart from other killers, however, is that he doesn't murder out of impulse or emotion. He follows strict rules, a code that shapes his life. Dexter's dark journey begins in childhood. As a little boy, he witnessed his mother's brutal murder right in front of his eyes. This traumatic event caused an irreversible break in his soul. From that moment, death and violence became intertwined with his life, giving birth to the darkness within him. Nobody noticed this, except his adoptive father, Harry. Harry, a police officer himself, had seen many crimes in his career. One day, he caught young Dexter killing a neighbor's dog and realized the boy had a strong urge to kill. At first, Harry tried to suppress it, but quickly understood it couldn't be stopped. Instead of turning Dexter over to the police, he decided to train him. If Dexter was destined to kill, then at least he could channel it. Harry taught him a set of rules. The most important three being: 1. Never get caught. 2. Only kill those who deserve it. 3. Learn to imitate human emotions and fit in. The first rule is self-explanatory. The second channels Dexter's urge into something useful. If he's going to kill anyway, better to eliminate criminals who would otherwise harm others. This raises the central question of the series. Is this true justice or just murder with a justification? The third rule, imitating emotions, is part of survival. Dexter is essentially a sociopath. Because of his trauma, he feels nothing. No joy, no sadness, no empathy. To blend in, he must copy the emotions of those around him, so he doesn't appear strange. Dexter adopts his father's code almost like a religion. His life becomes a mission, finding criminals who escape justice, tracking them, proving their guilt to himself, and then executing them. In his eyes, it's a kind of cleansing, removing the evil that slips through the system. But it's not enough for someone to be guilty. They must also have escaped justice through lack of evidence, influence, or corruption. Dexter identifies such targets, investigates them, and gathers proof. Once convinced, he moves to the next step. He meticulously prepares a kill room, covering everything in plastic so no blood remains. He abducts the victim, drugs them, straps them to a table, and decorates the walls with photos of their past victims. When the criminal wakes up, Dexter confronts them with their crimes, forcing them to face their guilt before delivering the final blow. One clean stab to the chest. This ritual is his way of enforcing his version of justice. In truth, we all have small rituals. Smoking in the dark, repeating the same actions on our phone, little routines that make us feel safe. For Dexter, this ritual of killing is the only thing that silences his mind. The strange thing about the series is that, even though Dexter is a murderer, viewers often sympathize with him. He punishes the killers who walked free due to lack of evidence or legal loopholes. Watching him, we sometimes find ourselves wanting him to succeed. Yet at the same time, if you believe in the justice system, his actions are undeniably wrong. Because if everyone enforced their own version of justice, the world would collapse into chaos. Still, if we say Dexter is the only one doing it, we're excusing him unfairly. States don't work that way. And so, the series leaves us with the ultimate question. Should Dexter continue living this life, or should he be brought to justice himself? Dexter is a modern-day anti-hero, neither fully evil nor fully good. He's like a shadow, belonging neither to the day nor the night, trapped between two worlds. He has people he cares about and wants to protect, yet he can never reveal his true self, knowing they would fear him and leave if they discovered his darkness. As the series progresses, Dexter's life grows more complicated. On one side, he tries to build a normal life, with relationships, marriage, and even fatherhood. On the other, the trail of bodies he leaves behind grows longer every day. In the midst of all this chaos, Dexter sometimes ends up breaking his own rules. The religious code his father gave him. The more people he kills, the more he starts to question himself. Am I right? Am I still in control? The further he goes, the more he feels like he's falling apart. But he has no choice. He simply can't resist the urge to kill. This is where the audience faces the greatest dilemma. Even those who supported him in the early seasons, who believed criminals escaping justice deserve to die, begin to question their stance once Dexter starts to spiral. And honestly, that's exactly how it should be. Personally, I've been on the opposite side since the beginning. I believe Dexter should be stopped. After all, laws exist for a reason. Isn't the idea of a psychopath blending into everyday life terrifying? Think about it. While you're watching this video right now, your next-door neighbor could be butchering someone. How can you be sure that the middle-aged single man across the street isn't out killing in dark alleys at night? You can't. And perhaps that's one of the scariest parts of life. In short, this was Dexter's psychological dilemma. I didn't dive too deep into the series itself, because this was more of a character analysis than a show review. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and leave a comment. And if you'd like, I can also do a full review of the Dexter series. Take care and goodbye.